So here's a quick rundown of the process I use. There's tons of variables and I think you'll find everybody does everything a little bit different. Just have fun and make cool stuff. Don't forget to tell tons of terrible jokes along the way. But here's how you can get started with a little more than a 2-gallon bucket and a 1-gallon glass carboy. Fermenting liquids are an ideal breeding ground for bacteria. Anything that touches your mead in any step of the process needs to be thoroughly sanitized. Step 1, sanitize everything. This is the sanitizer I use. You can order a bunch of these little droplets for pretty cheap on Amazon. I use about 3 milliliters per gallon. Honey is step 2. Buy local if you can. Whatever you do, make sure it's just honey. Some of what you buy in the store can be from overseas and diluted. I use raw honey. That basically means it's been strained to get the honeycomb and debris, and that's about it. Shelf honey tends to be far more processed. You don't have to get the 60-pound bucket, but I do from Texas. Heat and stir, but not too hot. So you can actually skip this step and still make a really good mead. I like to heat it up to excite the yeast and give it a good running start. But you do have to be careful. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. Step 4 is yeast. There's a bunch of different yeasts. This part just needs research. All of them produce slightly different outcomes. Because I experiment so much with different ingredients in my meads, I use the same yeast for all my creations. It's just one less variable to worry about. And I use EC1118. Step 5 is racking. I use this pump siphon. As long as your carboy is below your bucket, gravity will do most of the work. But you can also pump. Just get ready for everybody to yell at you. Step 6 is clarifying. How long do you have to stare at your carboy? A good 2 months minimal, I would say. It all depends on what you put in your mead though. Some take much longer. Watch your water levels in your airlocks though. I've lost some batches from it drying out and some nasty stuff getting inside. Step 7, enjoy. It's my favorite part. You can use your same siphon to transfer your mead into any bottles you'd like. Some people use old wine bottles, or you can hit up like Goodwill. I've seen some really cool meads put in some neat bottles that are antique. I buy new ones because I produce more than I drink, so I'm stockpiling. It's kind of optional. I do recommend getting a drinking horn though. It does make everything taste better. Yeah. Skull!